All right, here for the announcements for the varsity boys matchup. Starting for the Cougars, senior number 3, Ben Schumacher. Senior number 4, Jaden Smith. Senior number 22, Cannon Miller. Junior number 24, Broderick Burns. And senior number 25, Adam Stanton.
For your Wheaton Bulldogs, a junior, number 3, Mitchell Shockley.
All right, the Bulldogs,
Number 5,
starting number 3, junior Mitchell Shockley.
sophomore, number 13, Amos
Number 5 is sophomore David Kunglian-Thong. Number 13,
Yeshua Charles.
a sophomore Amos Thong is the Thong. I might have to go first names on these guys, David and Amos. David's last name is Konglian Thong, and Amos's last name is Thong Yazong Thong. Number 23 is Brody Bateman, and number 20, Yeshu Cha. I remember Yeshu Cha being a good player last year for the Bulldogs. Opening tip won by the Bulldogs. Three-point shot by Cha. Long rebound goes to Burns. Burns pushing in transition into the corner, looking for the option across the middle. Adam Stanton open for 3, and he nails it.
Nice start. Good job, Burns, taking it to the corner, looking for cutters. And then Stanton standing out at the 3.
Schumacher picks up Bateman, gets ahead to number 13, Amos. Schumacher rises up, comes up short. Cannon Miller with the rebound and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Good job by Cannon crashing that. Wheaton looking to push hard against that press as well.
Miller good on the first. Second one doesn't fall. Rebound pulled down by Bateman. Ahead to Amos. Into the middle, Burns tips it into the air to himself. Burns, nice aggressive take and finishes at the basket.
Looks like probably should have drawn the foul there as well, but we know these officials don't call a whole lot.
Ball ahead, Shockley inside for Amos. Oops, we lost our signal. Basket by Stanton with the acrobatic shot. All right, hold on here. I can't get my signal back. Burns up ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher takes it in with his left. Can't get it to fall. And Bateman back in transition. Number 20 inside, that's Cha. And he puts it in, game tied at 6. Burns ahead to Smith in the corner. Smith rises up from 8 foot. And
nice job.
Sinks the jumper. Shockley back to number 5, David. Into the backcourt and out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds there instead of the back court. It would have been at half court. Now it'll be under the basket.
Cannon Miller inbounding. Cougars stacked at the free throw line or across the free throw line. Kungliathong taking as long as his last name to tie his shoes. Gannon Miller inbounding. Tries to bounce it into Smith, but Bateman there to kick it away. Nice floater by number 5, David Concleathong. Cougars quickly ahead, and Bateman blocks Miller, but gets a lot of arm in the process.
Yeah.
And gets called for the foul. It's the first foul on Brody Bateman, the junior.
Very fast tempo game here. Both teams going out.
Miller good on the first. And makes both free throws, 2-point lead. Bateman, trap comes Smith and Schumacher, and touch foul called on Smith.
Do the old half-court throw in.
Into the backcourt to David. Smith and Miller double. Burns, I'm not sure how Shaw fell down, but Burns there to recover it. Gets it to Miller. Smith looking inside for Miller. Nice rise up by Smith. Can't get it to fall though. And Amos pulls down the rebound for the Bulldogs. Trap comes again into Cha. Shockley there to get the rebound, throws it back. Bateman saves it. 3-point shot from Bateman is long. Adam Stanton pulls down the rebound, gets it to Schumacher. Ahead to Smith. Back up top to Schumacher on the left wing. Floats it to Burns at the top. Looking inside for Stanton. Kicks it to Schumacher in the corner. Puts the dribble down back up top to Burns. Burns drives in, backdoor for Smith.
Oh,
comes
left
up
it
short, gets his own rebound, and puts it in for 2.
It's a nice drive and dish. Jaden just short on the first, able to get his own rebound though.
Bateman still in the backcourt. Gets all the way in, too strong off the glass. Stanton pulls it down quickly out to Burns. Burns, nice attack, draws the foul, and the
count
finish.
it. Nice job.
And Burns will go to the line for the and one opportunity. Take a look at Burns' attack in the basket here. Nice job stepping through. And Chow just out of position. Third foul on the Bulldogs, first one for Cha. Burns completes the and one. Cougars stay in the press. Bounce pass in behind Cha. He's able to recover it. And nice finish at the basket. Quickly in, Burns ahead. Burns on the right side, looking back door, it's not there. Stanton on the wing up top to Schumacher. Back to Stanton, wants the quick 3. Off the rim, Burns there in position to get the rebound and draws the foul. And the 4th foul of the quarter on the Bulldogs. The 3 subs coming in, Brandon Schumacher, Max Long, and Nolan Stanton. Burns, Smith, and Cannon Miller take a break. Nolan Stanton inbounding, gets it to Adam. Then Schumacher for 3 from the wing. It's short, gets his own rebound back. Drives through the pressure, too strong off the glass.
Oh.
Boatman gets the long rebound, drives through Stanton and puts it in. Stanton quickly out ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher can't find the angle. Boatman pulls it down into transition again. Boatman all the way in, floats it in with the finger roll, and it's a 1-point game. Brandon Schumacher back to Adam Stanton. Stanton to the basket with the left. Can't get it to fall, and Boatman quickly out for the Bulldogs. Number 5, David. And knocked away by Schumacher in the corner. Will stay Bulldogs ball. Burns back in the game as Ben Schumacher subs out. Nolan Stanton goes for the steal, loose ball. Bateman gets it back in the corner and nails the three. And the Bulldogs take the lead 17-15. David, number 5, reaches in and commits the foul on Burns. Burns will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. We're in the bonus.
Yeah, we're very fast tempo game here. We've got to stay under control and finish some shots. We're getting some good looks on transition.
Burns short on the first. Number 3, Shockley back in the game. Number 20, Cha subbing out. Number 11, Tha. Burns too strong on the second. Long rebound goes to 22, Hin. Tha into Hin. Shockley there. Burns defends. And foul called on Burns. I don't know that I saw the foul there.
It's an awful late call.
Take a look at that on replay as Burns definitely goes down, but there's no he goes straight up and then makes contact on the ball, it looked like to me, but straight up with his hands. He was going east to west, but not with contact, I didn't think. Bulldogs make the first free throw, leading 18-15, 2:46 left in the first quarter. Makes both free throws. It's a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Into the corner, Brandon Schumacher for 3. Rims around and out. Nolan Stanton on the backside and had it but couldn't control it. Out of bounds back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we got to keep working these.
Number 11, Ta. Gets it to Bateman. Trap comes. Ta to Shockley for 3. Off the backboard. Number 22 flies in for the rebound. That's Nin. Bateman with the ball in the right corner. Wants the 3. Air ball, and Ta tries to save it, but lands out of bounds. Turnover back to the Cougars. Connor Perry checking in the game for Adam Stanton.
Stanton get a break.
Burns ahead to Schumacher. Brandon Schumacher at the top. Gets it to Nolan Stanton. Over to Burns. Inside to Long. Finds Burns on the cut. Nice finish by Broderick Burns.
Nice job. Good give and go. And way to finish out of a set play there.
Ta at the top. Over to Bateman. Passes inside, and Long gets called for the kick.
I guess it's just if they want to call that.
Yeah.
They didn't earlier when it was the other way.
Two substitutions coming in. That's Cha back in the game and David. David on the right side. Up top to Bateman. Over to 13, Amos. And he hits the 3. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Pass ahead, stolen by Bateman. He goes in and finger rolls it in. Burns in the backcourt, over to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher in the middle, floats it to Nolan Stanton on the left wing. He wants the 3. Too strong. Into the corner, Cha there for the rebound. Bateman ahead. Cha thought about the 3, gets the dribble down. Passes it inside, and foul called on Nolan Stanton.
Yeah, you could hear it up here, got just a little too much arm with it.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball inside, challenged by Perry. Number 22, Nin, Richard Nin, goes to the line for 2. Min good on the first. Up to an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Wheaton is very quick, and they're getting up and down.
Min can't finish the second. Long gets the rebound. Outlet to Burns. Burns stays on the dribble. Kicks it to the corner for Perry. Perry wants the three. Max Long gets the rebound down low and
Nice
able to
job.
put it in.
Good offensive board there off the missed three.
Ball quickly ahead. Inside to Hind. David, number 5 on the left side. Back up to number 13. Down low for Cha. And he puts it in. And the foul. He'll go to the line for the and one. Back to an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs.
I think that's going to be Broderick's second foul.
Shaw can't get the and one. Long pulls down the rebound. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Burns picks up his dribble, gets it into Long. Back to Burns. Burns rises up from 15. Backside of the rim, fight for the rebound. Long's there, secures it. Up top to Burns. Back inside to Long and doesn't get it off before the buzzer. That does it for the first quarter.
Yeah, Cougars trailing by 8 here. I'd say Wheaton's come in with a good game plan against our zone. They're getting those shots inside, getting things moved around, and they're also hitting well. Made a couple threes, so we're going to have to adjust here.
.7-point quarter for the Bulldogs. Cougars did sit their starters for the last 3 minutes of the first quarter with the exception of Broderick. So they're coming back in fresh. Cougars have the arrow to start the second quarter. Burns over to Schumacher. Back to Burns at the top. Smith from 8 foot, can't get it to fall. Amos pulls down the rebound. Schumacher ties him up, and it's the Bulldogs' arrow.
Steal back a possession there by Schumacher.
David over to Cha. Drives in, Miller defends. Then Schumacher able to get the rebound.
Good job by Ben.
Quickly head to Smith. Back to Stanton at the wing, but thrown away. Ball deflected. Schumacher able to get back to it. Over to Burns on the left side. Stanton into the corner for Schumacher for 3. Rims around a little flat. Stanton pulls down the rebound and puts it in.
Nice job. Good job on staying with it, getting that rebound. Cougars playing some man-to-man here.
Spin by Bateman, loses the handle, and is able to get the call to stay Bulldogs ball. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. 27-21, 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Bateman tries to get it in.
Off. They're good at that body passing.
Took it off his back to David. Cha for 3. Rims around and out. Smith quickly out to Burns. Burns pushes in, step through, and nice finish at the basket. 4-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Cha on the right side. Amos picks it up into the short corner for Cha. Amos for 3. Off the front of the rim. Schumacher and Tin fight for the rebound. Burns comes away with it. Ahead to Smith. Bounce pass into Stanton. Adam Stanton gets the dribble down left hand baby hook.
Nice spin move.
And it's a 2-point game. David ahead to Cha. Out to David on the left side, back to Bateman. Burns defending. Bateman wants the three. Step back, off the back of the rim. Smith gets a rebound, outlet to Stanton. Across for Smith on the left side, into the corner for Schumacher. Schumacher floats it to the top for Miller, inside to Stanton at the elbow. Burns on the right wing, back across to Schumacher for three.
Make that.
Rims around and out. Fight for the rebound. Bateman gets a hand on it, but gets called for the travel. Kind of had it on his back. I don't know if I like that being called a travel, but
Yeah.
Schumacher's getting open looks in the corner. He just needs to be, I think he needs a little more arch on that shot.
Yeah, it's just a little bit flat.
Miller on the right side, into the corner for Burns. Burns able to keep it in. All the way across for Miller, stolen away by Tin. Steps through, Smith tightly defends and gets called for the foul. Number 22, Richard Hinn, to the line for 2 free throws. It's H-N-I-N, Richard Hinn.
They are making their free throws.
3-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Too strong on the second. Stanton there for the rebound. Burns on the left side, slows it up. To Stanton. Wants the three, and he got it.
Nice job by Adam Stanton. Squaring up, taking that open shot.
Game tied at 28. David across for number 11, Ta. Bateman into the key. Smith pokes it away and gets called for the foul. Gets called for the hold.
Yeah, Jaden got, he's fast and he just kind of gets out of control.
Nolan Stanton will sub in the game for Jaden.
Was that his second?
That's his third.
Oh, that's his third foul. Jeez.
Game tied at 28. David with the ball. Over to number 11, Ta. Cannon Miller tightly defending. Ta keeps his dribble. Miller pokes it away and will stay Bulldogs ball in the corner.
He decides to switch where the inbounds play is, even though it went out on the end line.
Bateman looking for an option, gets it in to number 22, Hinn. Shockley takes the three and he hits it. I haven't seen Shockley in the game for a while. Big three-pointer as he comes back in. Back to a three-point lead for the Bulldogs. Burns over to Miller. Into Stanton from the elbow. Can't get it to fall. Nolan Stanton flies in for the rebound. Bateman pulls it down. Bateman trying to go coast to coast. Ball stripped away. Stanton on the floor gets it to Adam. Ahead to Miller. And Cannon Miller finishes at the basket for two.
Full timeout by the Cougars. Burns did a nice job. Bateman thought he was going to go all the way in for the score. Flipped it and left the ball behind then, and the Cougars were able to recover with good hustle, diving on the floor. You just never know what they're going to call. There's a lot of physicality, and then there's some calls that it's always tough to adjust to that kind of game. I hate to see Jaden with 3 fouls already this early in the second quarter.
Bulldogs with a 1-point lead and will have the ball after the timeout. Cougars with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Bulldogs with 0 fouls here. Schumacher and Miller come on the trap. Able to get it to Cha. Schumacher gets away with a foul, steals it to Stanton. Schumacher up head to Miller. Miller gets the dribble down, goes off the glass. Shockley is able to rip it away. Into the corner. Floater in the air. Burns comes down with a big rebound. Miller's ahead. Schumacher's there on the left side. Kicks it to the corner for Miller. Stanton for three from the left wing. Nolan Stanton there for the rebound. Can't control it. And Shockley pulls it down. Foul called on Stanton. Nolan Stanton.
Just a frustration foul there by Nolan. He was all alone on that side. Tried to pull it down one hand. Cougars having their opportunities to take the lead here for the first.
Ta gets trapped. Miller deflects it away.
That's a tough position for Cha to be in there. He's not the tallest kid out there.
Nolan Stanton subbing out with his 2 fouls. Cam Marins checking in for the Cougars. Ta into Cha. Schumacher gets a hand on the ball. Cha recovers. Back to Amos. Drives through, takes the extra step, and gets called for the travel.
Yeah, good call there. Wondering if they were going to call it, but.
Yeah, both refs actually had it.
Yeah, they did.
Cougars down 1 with a chance to take the lead. 2-1-2 setup. Ball over to Schumacher on the left side. Just Stanton on the left wing inside the 3-point line. Picks up his dribble back to Schumacher at the top. Burns on the right side. Jab steps, gets it to Stanton, but behind him. Miller rises up and steals the outlet pass. Flips it to Burns.
Nice,
Burns
and the finish.
And one.
Great pass by Cannon Miller to be unselfish. Burns able to take it up and finish to draw the and one. Cougars' first lead here in a long time since the very beginning, where I believe we were up 2-0.
Oh yeah, we were out to a decent lead early, wasn't it? Like 12-6, something like that, and they came storming back. Burns can't get the free throw to fall. Still a 1-point lead for the Cougars. Bateman tries to get through the trap, able to split it. To Cha. Cha takes the extra step and gets called for the travel. I mean, he took a drop step, then pivoted again.
Yeah.
Burns up to Miller into the corner for Schumacher for 3, and he got it.
There it is.
Bateman over to Amos to the top. Marins gets a little too aggressive and gets called for the foul.
Yeah, just got caught there. That's the 4th foul now on the Cougars this period. It's just the 4th. Ref trying to get him to the free throw line as quickly as possible, but he's got to go back one.
Ball back into David. Amos puts the dribble down into the middle. Burns there to steal. Able to pivot out of it without traveling. Gets it ahead to Adam Stanton into the corner for Schumacher. Good shot fake.
Nice job.
Good
job by Ben.
6-point lead now for the Cougars. David bounce pass to Bateman. Amos gets the dribble down into the paint. Too strong off the glass. Adam Stanton with the rebound. Has Schumacher on the outlet on the left side. Schumacher flips it to Burns on the right side. Into the corner for Cam Marins. Burns being doubled. Gets it over to Miller at the top. Back to Burns. Burns finds Miller. Back to Burns on the right side. Burns to the elbow, kicks it to Adam Stanton for 3 from the left wing,
Boom.
And he nails it.
Nice job. Way to attack and then kick back. And that's the way you play the ball game.
So after a 27-point first quarter for the Bulldogs, just 4 so far in the second quarter. Cougars starting to hit some of their shots. Back-to-back three-pointers by Schumacher and Stanton. We felt pretty good about even though the Cougars were trailing at the end of the first quarter, we felt pretty good about the pace of play.
Yeah, that usually favors us. We always start a little slow with our shooting, and so we scored well. And 8 points is nothing for us to get back when we have our runs like we do in the second quarters usually.
All right, the Bulldogs inbounding after the timeout. Into David. Bateman back to David. Ahead to Shockley. He wants the three to answer. Too strong. Bateman there on the long rebound, and he puts it in to stop the bleeding for the Bulldogs. Miller ahead to Marins and got him turned around.
Tough
Turnover
one.
back to the Bulldogs. Brandon Schumacher subbing in for Marins. I don't think that was Marins' fault. I don't think.
Yeah,
he
I would
was
agree.
being subbed out for that. I think that just happened to be the time of the sub. Could be wrong though. Ball into Amos. Tough shot, high off the glass, and out of bounds will stay Bulldogs ball.
Yeah, we got to make sure we give them one shot and done with our rebounding in there.
Bateman looking for an option. Schumacher
Good job
steals.
by Ben.
Ben Schumacher ahead. Rises up, can't get it to fall. Burns there for the offensive rebound. Looking for an angle. Burns floats it off the back of the rim. Adam Stanton comes in for the rebound. Working on an angle and puts
Got
it in.
it.
And how did that go in?
I have no idea, but it was there and we needed it. Great job on the offensive boards. Burns and Stanton both having opportunities. Ben did a great job stealing that and getting out ahead. Just couldn't get it to finish.
Stanton at the line for the free throw and converts the and one. 10-point lead for the Cougars. Bateman back to David. Over to Shockley, rises up from 15. Stanton gets the block. Burns there with the ball, looking for an option outlet. Finds Cannon Miller ahead. Miller to the glass.
Nice
Oh!
job by Cannon Miller with that finish.
How did that go in? 12-point lead now. Shockley on the low block. Gets it across to Cha. Finds Shockley again, and Shockley with the acrobatic attempt. Foul called on the floor on the pass.
Hopefully that's on Schumacher and not Burns.
Yeah, called on Brandon Schumacher. Oh, they are saying, I thought he said on the floor.
Yeah, he did say on the floor.
Oh, it's five.
Oh, it's five fouls. 5 fouls, so it's 2 shots.
Shockley at the line for 2. A little flat on the first, rims around and out. Second one also rims around and out. Stanton gets the rebound out to Miller. Stanton in the middle. Adam Stanton, that is. Burns on the right side. 20 seconds left in the first half. Into the corner for Brandon Schumacher.
Oh, he lost
Can't handle the pass, gets it back. Miller underneath. Ball knocked out. Ben Schumacher there to float it in.
Nice job, Ben. Good way to be active.
14
Got 5
lead.
seconds.
Bateman takes the half-court heave off the backboard, and that does it for the first half.
47-33, way to stretch it out there before half.
So let's see, it was 19 points at the end of the first quarter. So really a strong showing from the Cougars here in the second quarter. Held the Bulldogs to just 6 points.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a 10-minute halftime break and send you through the first half recap. We'll be back for the second half. All right, we're back after the halftime break. Cougars with the 14-point lead and the possession arrow. Starting 5 back in the game for the Cougars. Cougars broke the huddle a little early. Wheaton still waiting to break. Number 50 in the game for the Bulldogs. He played in the JV. I didn't see him in the varsity yet. Jaden Smith into the corner for Schumacher. Cannon Miller for 3.
Nice shot. Good job by Cannon.
David over to Amos. Largest lead of the night for the Cougars, 17 points now. David into Amos at the elbow, turns for the 15-footer off the front of the rim. Eggleston pulls down the rebound, throws it into the backcourt. Bateman's able to save it. Gets it back to Eggleston. Into the corner for Shockley. Shockley rises up, rims around and out.
Oh.
Eggleston another rebound. David with the left-handed shot. Amos there for the follow. And the Bulldogs answer on a sloppy possession.
Yeah, very sloppy boxing out for us.
Into the corner, Jaden Smith wants the 3. Ben Schumacher comes in for the rebound and puts it in.
Nice crash from the backside by Ben.
Bateman goes for the triple fake. Triple teamed. Amos inside to Eggleston. Off the front of the rim, Burns flips it in the air to himself and pulls down the rebound. Not to Stanton, quickly ahead to Schumacher on the left side. Schumacher hesitation, gets to the basket, off the glass, but can't get it to fall.
It's a good drive.
Bateman down the left side. Boy, he struggles with his left hand.
Yes, he
keep him on that
does.
side. David all the way across for Shockley. Drives in, Burns there. Shockley rises up and gets the roll. Or the bounce, I should say.
Yeah.
Quickly out to Schumacher on the left. Miller back to Burns. Thinks about the 3. Comes to the elbow, back to Schumacher. Back to Burns at the top. Schumacher wants the 3. It's short. Bateman pulls down the rebound. Gets it back to his right. Smith defending. Over to David in the corner. Bounce pass into Eggleston. Eggleston turns and puts it in.
Timeout by the Bulldogs here after battling back and now just down by 13. We just missed some shots. We took some good looks.
Yeah, some hectic play there on the defensive side by the Cougars. Couldn't secure a rebound. And then the Bulldogs were able to capitalize off that. Three timeouts remaining for the Bulldogs. Cougars had it to 17 points early in the third quarter here.
3 by Cannon Miller there to start us off.
Same lineups after the timeout. Jaden Smith on the left wing. Schumacher comes to the corner. Inside to Stanton, ball deflected, and Stanton can't get to it after the deflection. David back to Bateman. Inside to Amos, gets the extra step and gets called for the travel.
I was going to say, did the old travel moonwalk there.
Schumacher with the ball.
Switching it up here.
Smith to Stanton, 15-footer. Smith there for the rebound, but can't pull it in. Amos secures it. Bateman being defended by Burns. Smith picks him up, back up top to Shockley. David picks up the dribble. Inside to Amos, Schumacher defending. Tough shot to the basket and gets the and one.
Cougars got to settle back down here now. Went up 17 and now they've given up 8 unanswered points.
Amos up the line for the end one opportunity. Too strong, Stanton and Bateman. Bateman secures the offensive rebound. Tough shot. Smith pulls down the backside rebound.
Just about.
Flips it to Schumacher.
Got to be careful with it. Don't need to be careless with the ball here.
Adam Stanton on the left goes baseline. Ball deflected. Miller's there for three. Long rebound. David flips it in. Shockley deflects it, but Burns is there to save it. Cougars steal another possession. Burns at the elbow, kicks to Stanton for three. And he got it.
Big three needed to answer there.
Back to a 14-point lead. Bateman into the corner for Shockley. Closed out by Burns. Smith comes in, deflects it, but Bateman comes away with the ball, rises up from 15. Burns and Eggleston fight for the rebound. Eggleston's able to put it in.
Yeah, we've got to hold them to one shot. We're giving up too many second possessions.
Burns at the top. Kicks to Smith in the short corner.
Good.
And Smith rolls it in. David picks up his dribble. Smith defending. And timeout called by the Bulldogs.
So he dribbled it on top of his head there for a second.
Bulldogs with 2 timeouts remaining.
Cougars have got to just limit them to one shot. We're doing a good job playing hard defense. We're just not getting those boards that we need to secure.
Yeah, Eggleston's been an impact for them, number 50.
Yeah.
I don't remember him playing the first half of the game.
No.
He definitely played in the JV game.
But he wasn't really an impact player in the JV game.
Well, maybe he only played that first quarter. I don't remember him again.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
All right, back to the action. Cam Marins, Nolan Stanton, and Max Long subbed in. David got caught in the air on the trap.
Yeah, and then
and
threw the ball down to himself. The coach doesn't like the call, but I don't know what he's going to argue about that. The kid came back down with the ball. You can't pass it to yourself and not be a travel.
Schumacher flips it to Adam Stanton, turns for the three, gives it to Ben. Ben Schumacher off the mark. Long rebound goes to Amos. Marins reaches in and gets called for
carrying.
Oh my goodness. That's a bad call.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
Shockley and Amos subbing out. Cha in the game along with number 22, Tin. Inside to Long, back to Schumacher into the corner for Nolan Stanton. Gets the dribble down back to Stanton at the top. Off the back of the rim, Ben Schumacher there for the short corner rebound. Tries to force it into Stanton and knocked away. Last touch by the Cougars. Bateman gets it to Cha. Stanton slaps it away. Ahead to his brother Nolan. One more to Cam Marins, but too far ahead. Marins tries to save it, but out on the corner. And turnover back to the Bulldogs.
Ben will get a rest here as Burns subs back in for ball handling.
Into the corner, Tin. Burns comes to trap. Throws it to the top. Stanton wraps him up.
That's one of those that defensive back could have been a defenseless receiver.
Yeah, I mean, that you could see that being upgraded to an intentional foul. Bateman into Cha. And Cha real smooth. Nails the three.
That was very smooth of you there with the commentary.
Marins to Nolan Stanton at the top. Over to his brother Adam. He's open. Drives in. Tough shot off the glass. Max Long there to follow. And can't put it in, but draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, back down to just an 11-point lead after that three after a 14-point lead. Free throws, we got to keep working on them. Wheaton, you got to give them credit. They're hanging around. There you go. Good job, Max.
Longs makes the second 12-point lead for the Cougars. Bateman to David in the middle. Splits the double. Wild pass. Top 10 back to David on the right wing. Bateman from the top for three. Cha-cha again. Puts it in.
It's that second chance points. We've got to limit that.
Burns all the way across for Nolan Stanton. Drives in. Gets the step through and finishes.
Nice finish. Good job by Nolan.
Back to 12.
Oh, there it is.
Nolan Stanton gets on the floor. Marins comes in. Jump ball. And the Bulldogs have the arrow.
Almost had the diving on the dog pile there by Marins, but luckily went to the side. Trying to get some coaching there by the officials.
David in the backcourt gets it across, flips it to Bateman into the corner. Picks up his dribble, Long there, steals it away. Loose ball, Long gets it back, flips it to Marins, ahead to Adam Stanton. Up top to Burns. Stanton on the left wing, across for Nolan. Burns dribbles to the wing, looking for the entry, switches it back to Adam Stanton on the left wing. Off the front of the rim, long rebound goes to David. Burns defending, David gets around him, and nowhere to go. Stanton cuts it off, ahead to Nolan Stanton, and gets fouled. Bateman gets called for the foul. I think that will be his third.
Wanted the travel, the help travel.
Well,
Just
that's
his
just his second.
Yeah, it's just his second.
1:03 left in the third quarter. David subbing out as Amos comes to the table to check in. Actually, number 11 already checked in for David. Number 11, Ta. Eggleston checks out as Amos checks in. Burns to Stanton, inside to Long. Long turns. Nolan Stanton, good position for the rebound and able to get the shot off and draw the foul.
Yeah, good position by Stanton, Nolan that is, to get in there and body up, ready for in just case Max Long missed that. .53 seconds left, 12-point lead, can extend it with a couple of free throws here.
Burns and Marins up for the free throw. Stanton makes the second. Amos gets it into 10. Nolan Stanton defending. Marins comes on the trap. They get it up to Bateman. Bulldogs there, Long, good job defending. Cha-cha draws the foul.
Meow, 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 meow. Cha-cha.
At the line for two free throws. Third foul of the quarter on the Cougars and fourth foul on Nolan Stanton. Chaboing off the front rim. Adam Stanton and Nolan Stanton both get a break. Connor Perry and Cannon Miller back in the game. Long on the second. Burns able to pull on the rebound. Bateman tried to slap it away. Good hands by Burns to keep a hold of it. Connor Perry on the left wing. Across for Miller, able to get it through. Miller flips it back to Burns. Burns tries to force it into Long. Back to Burns in the corner. And timeout by, I mean, Burns should have just flipped that to Cam behind him. He's like trying to force it into Long through the triple team. I don't know if that was the play call or what, but coach ends up calling the timeout.
Getting Ben back in the game.
Just 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
Want to draw up a play here, I guess. Still a 13-point lead. Be nice to extend it to 15 here before the fourth quarter starts. I don't know if he had much time to draw much up there.
I think they were. I think he was motivating them.
Gotcha.
All right, Cougars underneath. Cannon Miller inbounding. Into the backcourt for Schumacher. Flips it to Burns. Being defended by Hinn. Back to Schumacher. Back up to Burns. 12 seconds in the quarter. Over to Miller on the right side. Miller back to Burns. Burns gets hacked, kicks it to Schumacher in the corner for three. Gets his own rebound at the buzzer.
Oh!
And can't finish it.
Dang.
That does it for the third quarter.
I think they got what they wanted. Supposed to get Burns to drive and then kick to Schumacher in the corner for the open three. Schumacher did a good job getting his own rebound again, just couldn't get it to go. Stanton and Smith checking back in the game for the start of the fourth quarter here.
I don't think Jaden picked up a foul in the third quarter, did he? Is he still with 3 fouls?
I think he still has 3. Nolan's the only one, I think, with 4 fouls.
So Bulldogs staying in it. The lead was 14
The biggest lead we had was 17 then. And then they got it all the way back down to 11 was the closest. I don't think they got it to 10. I think 11. We were up 14, they hit a 3, we were up 11, and then I think we've just been battling between 12, 13, 14-point lead.
The lead going into the fourth is 13 points. Cougars have the arrow again.
Back to the 5 starters to start the fourth quarter. Burns inbounding to Schumacher.
Stanton into Burns, ball deflected. Miller in the corner. Back into Stanton, nice find. Burns there with the shot fake.
Nice job, Stanton to Burns. Burns with the fake, good put away.
Bateman, trap comes over to 10 on the left side. Bateman tries to go baseline all the way through, and Burns gets called for the blocking foul. It wasn't so much a blocking foul as that he slapped down as he was defending.
Yeah, he should have just got there and cut it off. He had nowhere to go. And just got caught in a transitional help defense there.
Number 13, Amos into Eggleston. Bateman to number 22, Hinn. And he hits the three-pointer. 12-point lead. Burns ahead to Schumacher. Across to Miller. Back to Burns at the top. Looks in. Amos all over him. Burns able to get through. Back to Schumacher. Quickly over to Miller. Into the corner for Smith. Back to Miller as the Cougars spread the court. Miller on the right side looking for the entry into Stanton at the elbow. Goes to the corner for Smith. Back to Stanton. Smith goes back door. Up top for Miller. Back to Stanton from 15. And he nails it.
Nice ball movement. Wasting some time, but also you don't want to take too long not getting the shots off. We don't want to go into stall mode with 7 minutes to go in the ball game here.
Bateman to 10. Amos back to Bateman for 3. Too strong. Burns there for the rebound.
He might have got away with a push from behind there.
Burns the elbow, rises up, kicks it to Stanton down low for Schumacher.
Yeah.
And Schumacher gets called for the foul. Yeah, Schumacher was open, kind of got himself underneath the hoop, and Stanton just forced that pass.
Yeah, just waited.
Number 13, Amos loses the handle, able to get it back. Ball stolen away by Miller. Miller to the glass. Bateman slaps the backboard,
affecting the shot, but no goaltending
goes
called.
to the Cougars.
That's where I think the goaltending should be.
Stanton from 15, he nails it.
It seems like anymore they don't want to call the goaltending, that they changed the rules some.
Eggleston, oh, big block by Stanton.
Stanton with the nice block. Got a bunch of subs coming in for Wheaton here now.
$16-point lead for the Cougars. Burns goes for the kick.
I was going to say, I was beginning to wonder if they were going to call that one.
Number 22, Hinn, inbounding for the Bulldogs. Get into David. Tough pass. Bateman's able to handle it at the top. Inside to 22, Hinn. Hinn thought about the three. Gets it over to Cha. Burns, good box out on Shockley. Pulls down the backside rebound. Pass up to Schumacher on the right wing. Back to Miller. Cougars slow it down. 5:22 to play. Into the short corner for Smith. Rises up from 10.
Oh, dang.
Offense rebound by Stanton. Bateman. Yeah, I thought Bateman fouled him. They were going to let it go, but
he got hit pretty good. But it's one of them delayed calls again.
That's Bateman's third. Stanton at the line for two. Good on the first. Off the front of the rim, Smith and Schumacher. Schumacher comes away with the rebound. Out to Burns. Into the corner for Schumacher. Three-pointer. Got it.
Nice.
David ahead to 10. Shockley gets the loose ball. Schumacher deflects it, but Bateman's right there to receive it. Takes the quick three off the back of the rim. Shockley fights for the rebound, but Burns pulls it down. Burns pushing in transition. Gives it to Smith, and Smith rolls it in.
Nice job again by Burns. Another assist there.
Largest lead of the night, 22 points. 10 ahead to Cha. Schumacher steals and gets dragged down from behind. And that was Cha-Cha, not smooth.
Ben with another good three at the other end.
Stanton across for Miller, up to Schumacher on the right side. Ball deflected, Smith's able to get to it in the short corner, throws it away up to David. David for three, and he nails it. Back to a 19-point lead. Burns gets trapped, gets it to the corner for Miller. Miller baseline and draws the foul. Miller will go to the line for two free throws. Third foul on the Bulldogs here in the fourth quarter.
Job by Cannon.
Back to 20 points.
It's good to see the Cougars coming out like they have, even after being down 8 in the first quarter. Just playing the game that we know that they can.
Number 24, Bui in the game. Cannon Miller makes both free throws. Bateman ahead to Bui. Inside to Hinn. Bateman for three, and he nails it.
Just don't want to give up.
Burns, trap comes, stays in the backcourt, gets it back to Miller. Burns with the left hand, finds Stanton, over to Miller on the left side. Inside of the short corner for Smith, rips through, gets it back to Schumacher.
He did one of those leg passes.
Bounce pass into Stanton, nice spin.
Oh.
And can't find the finish. Loose ball goes to Schumacher. David comes in and jump ball, I believe, is
I
going to be
think.
the call.
Yep, calls jump ball.
Arrow is the Bulldogs. Burns defending on Bateman. David to Bateman. Wants the three. Adam Stanton rips down the rebound.
Good board by Adam.
Schumacher ahead, gets to Burns in the corner. Burns slows it up, goes baseline, kicks it back to Stanton. Up to Schumacher, loses the handle, gets it back to Stanton. And timeout by the Cougars as there's 5 players subbing in. Hunter Marsh, Connor Perry, Caleb Dennis, Brandon Schumacher, and Cam Marins checking in the game. 2:47 to play, 18-point lead for the Cougars.
Boy, a lot of scoring by our starters.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to be in the 75-point range. You know, this is a more fun way to play, even though it was chaotic for some time. I'd like to see these 5 now in the game hold the lead or extend it these last 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to see the last 3 minutes where the coach gets so mad that he has to pull them back out and put the starters back in. You always hate to see that.
Yeah. All right, Marins gets it into Brandon Schumacher, back to Marins on the left wing.
Oh.
Into Marsh, took it off the nose. Gets it to Dennis, back up top to Schumacher. To Marsh at the elbow, is able to face, and foul called on Shockley as he ripped it out of Marsh's hands by hitting his elbows. 4th foul.
Marin knew where to go at the 28-foot line. I'm not sure the referee would have if he hadn't have stood in the right spot.
Well, I thought Marsh, is that the 5th foul?
No, I don't think so.
The scoreboard says 4. I have 4.
Is that Shockley's 5th foul?
No. I mean,
now they got 5 fouls up there.
Okay, I mean, I have been correcting myself with their scoreboard, so I'm not sure.
They've got 5 now up there. So it is going to be Hunter at the line, shooting 2.
Marsh on the first, rims around.
Oh.
Can't get the second to fall. Shockley in the corner. Bateman will take the 3, rims around. Fight for the rebound off the head of the Bulldogs.
Luckily, our 2 guys fought over it, and it bounced off the head of them.
Bulldogs going to pick up full court. Schumacher to Marins, still in the backcourt. Back to Marins, finds Perry in the middle, ahead to Marsh. Hunter Marsh pivots, gets fouled, and will go back to the line.
Oh, technical on...
So we need to, the procedure for shooting 2 free throws and then the technical.
Correct.
We still have the lane lines cleared, yeah. So Marsh will shoot his 2 free throws and then the technical free throws will be shot.
Should be.
Is that the correct procedure? I think
correct.
It's different at different levels. So they're going to shoot the technical free throws first. All right, now the coach just got a technical, so now we'll shoot 6 free throws. Hate for the game to finish this way. I don't know. I mean,
obviously the kid said something he should have.
yeah.
He probably cussed right there at the official. You're getting beat by a crap ton. I don't agree with the coach getting a technical.
I mean, you Schumacher makes the first free throw. Brandon Schumacher, that is. And the second, back to a 20-point lead. He's got 2 more upcoming. Off to the left on the third.
Apparently the official did not like whatever the coach and the player said.
Makes 3 out of 4. Now Hunter Marsh will come shoot his 2, and then we'll inbound at the midline opposite the table. We know that much.
Hunter Marsh can redeem himself here. Missed the first 2 attempts he had. Now he can. No, technical, you get the ball out still.
Marsh misses the first. And makes the second, so 22-point lead as the Cougars will inbound. Well, like I said, I hope this group of 5 extends the lead. Wasn't really expecting it to be a
Technical,
5-minute ordeal for free throws.
Free throws, yeah.
All right, we're back to the action. Brandon Schumacher over to Dennis. Back to Schumacher at the top, inside to Marsh. Marsh, nice job recovering the ball. Finds Schumacher in the key. Over to Marins, finds Dennis from 12 feet. Marsh fighting for the rebound. Loose ball, Marins there to clean it up. High off the glass, and he puts it in.
Yeah, a lot of contact there, but he did a good job getting it high and getting it in. No reason at all for our guys to foul.
Shaw with the long 3. Goes hard off the back iron. Marins ahead to Brandon Schumacher, baseline drive. Finds Marsh in the middle of the paint. Dennis fighting for the rebound. And out of bounds will stay Cougars ball.
Marsh, the tallest guy out there, still doing his fadeaway shot.
I like to see Dennis working so hard on the glass.
Yeah.
He's, he hasn't got as much time as we'd like tonight, but he's working hard in the minutes he's getting. Dennis from 15. Connor Perry comes in for the rebound, kicks it back to Schumacher. Marins with the runner from 12. Caleb Dennis, another offensive rebound.
Nice
and
job.
He puts it in.
Good job by Caleb. These are good minutes for these guys.
Cha over to number 24, B. Three-pointer, 23-point lead. Schumacher gets away with the attempt to split the double.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Schumacher go to the line for 2 free throws. Unless I think they called it on the Bulldogs. Yeah, okay. You can't really see what happened from this side, but it looked like Schumacher had already lost the ball. Schumacher good on the first.
Coach having to be disciplined now that he had his first technical. He's got to stay sitting. Crowd, the Wheaton crowd, not very happy with, but it's wouldn't have been a game by the time it already was with the saying the officials.
Schumacher gets the roll on the second. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Cha for 3, too strong. Bui comes in for the rebound. Airballs the shot, saved by Cha, but stepped on the end line in the process and took a face shot to the drywalker. Perry in the corner, thought about the 3. I don't think the Cougars will take another shot.
I wouldn't think so. The defense is kind of slacked off now, where before they were really still being super aggressive, and now they're just going to let them dribble it out.
You'd have to watch this game to know what this 85-60 score means.
Yeah, because it's completely different than the score.
The Cougars come away with a 25-point victory after that 27-point first quarter by the Bulldogs. 33 points the rest of the way. Hate to have it soured by the technical fouls late, but you know, it's nice to see Brandon get 5 free throws. So
Yeah,
it's always a positive.
it's always a plus.
It may be our best free throw shooting night after that. Cannon Miller had several free throws early.
Yeah, he had a really good game.
All right, we'll close out here with the second half recap and be back in action for the Macaulay tournament next Tuesday. We have Lighthouse at 7 p.m. at Macaulay. We'll be back here on YouTube for that game. Hope you all enjoy the weekend and come out. If you didn't like the reffing tonight, come out tomorrow. Brad Burns will be reffing elementary basketball, so you can give him a
Yeah, I'd appreciate all the support I can get.